Hello there, folks, and welcome to this live jam. Live jam, that being said, it won't be live when you see it, but it's live me now as I'm doing it, okay? Right, so what I thought I'd do in this one is show you and run you through this little ambient track I've been working on for a couple of days. And I've been saving it and modifying things and going back and forth. And I just thought I'd play you a bit of it and show you how I make them step by step. Okay, so in this one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the 10th track, I'm going to pretty much ignore that. I've just been doing an experiment, but it doesn't work, so I've just muted that completely. So we will ignore that one today. So what I'm going to do is go to the first track, and I'm going to turn up my fader on my Keylab 49 and let you have a listen. So I'm turning it up now. Now this sound that you're hearing now is pretty much what I made from scratch. It was basically experimenting, and it's like what you call an happy accident. It's lovely sound, but how I made it, I couldn't begin to explain. I've just like made it basically. So for this track here now, excuse me by the way, I got a bit of a sniffle. Yeah, I've had it all day, bloody sneezing and what have you. Yeah, so this particular track is called CBL Inspired. CBL stands for Carbon Based Life Forms, my idols. It sounds just like the stuff you'd hear in their albums, this does. Yeah, and it was my intention to make a sound like that, and it did turn out pretty well. I was surprised. Happy accident. Yeah, so what it is, CBL Inspired, at the bottom here, these little boxes that you see, is basically what is making up that sound. So what I'll do, if I go along here and turn each one of them off, that one's turned off, these are the effects. It'll sound completely different now. It'll sound different again. It'll sound different again. And again, it's gone off now basically, yeah. So what it is, and this one here, before it, is what they call, a step sequencer. This is called, wrong one, wait, stepic. Basically, it's just like, how can I describe it? Well, it's a step sequencer. Now you might be thinking, why is he using a step sequencer if he's got a digital audio workstation? Basically, it's completely random. You can do so much things with this stepic plugin. It's just dead experimental. You can like put the sequences back and forth. You can trigger certain notes, make some notes random, some not coming on. It's endless basically. Yeah, so what that's doing, that's playing notes. You can see it moving there. And what it is doing is it's running in, the MIDI data is running into this plug-in here, which is called Synplant, which is there now. I can't even begin to explain this, boys and girls. It's absolutely epic plugin. It's pretty easy to learn, but it's like hard to explain, if you know what I mean. It's what you can do with it is drop little audio snippets into it, and using AI, it tries to replicate them sounds of the audio, and that's what I've done in this particular case. It was an audio sample, and I just manipulated it, experimented with it, and I got these crazy sounds out of it. Now I shan't run through the interface because I don't want to bugger anything up. It's one of them. It's like, once you get it right, think, right, keep it as it is. It sounds good. That's the good bit. Right, so I'm saying Stepic is playing that. So if I turn that on now, what you're hearing now is all them notes there playing. There's your pitch. That's your pitches. That's your octaves. And these down here, I've not really used these, but as I was saying earlier, it's so deep. You could just do endless sequences with it. It's mind-blowing. This is just one pattern of 16 steps, and you got up to 16 patterns. So if you do the maths, let me know how many steps that is. Within many patterns within us steps. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I know what I mean. I'm getting brain dead already, aren't I? Yeah, because I've got this playing in my ear here. But yeah. Okay, so that goes into that. And then it goes to what they call a filter. Turn that on. That's basically a low pass filter. It's cutting out all the highs. It's being automated by this LFO here called curves, moving back and forth. If I open that up. Oops, that one there. Well, if you look here, if you can see it on the recording, you can see that going back and forth, moving this filter here. See, I'm moving it with the mouse now. Well, instead of me doing that, that LFO in this box here is moving that back and forth. So I don't want to make a pig's ear of it. I think it was about there, yeah. Then that goes into what they call an effect. Turn that on, and it starts to echo. And that is Valhalla delay, or some epic plugins, Valhalla stuff. I swear by them. Okay, so that's like echoing now, the lovely delay effect. I mean, I can't go through all the specs of the plugins, it's be here all week, but it's epic. Then it goes into Valhalla Supermassive. Now, this particular one is made by the same company, but it's absolutely free. Yeah, so turn that on, and now you can hear you've got lovely, lush reverb. It's mind-blowing. Okay, so basically that's the first track playing on its own with all the effects on. That's the sound it's making. So if I come down to this one here now, which is called Pulse Stretch, because it's using the Pulse Stretch plugin. Crazy naming, I know I should name the tracks properly really, but that's the name of the plugin, yeah. And I start to fade that one up now, but that one's still going. I'll fade that up. You should hear that coming in now. Yeah, it sounds lovely. This is a real good spacey track, this one is, guys. Like I say, 2, maybe 3 days messing about, saving it as I went along and came up with this. It sounds gorgeous. Okay, same thing again on this one, Pulse Stretch. You've got the plug-in there, all on the bottom. You've got the plug-in that makes a sound, which is that. This was in one of my earlier videos, this one. It's crazy plug-in. Yeah, what you can do with audio with that. Then it's like goes into a resonator there. You change then. Just gives it like a key of G6 in this case. And then it goes into a pitch shifter. In fact, what I'll do, it's a bit loud now, Wayne. Turn that down, and I'll turn them all off again like I did for track 1. So that's completely dry now on its own there going. Let's turn track 1 down a bit, number 2. It's just a drone basically. But when you start to add all these different effects, what you've got in Bitwig, and the third party plugins that you can download, like I say, it starts to sound really epic. Turn on the resonator there, which giving it a key of G6, and then turn on the pitch shifter. It'll take it down 12 semitones. Oh, that sounds awesome. Then the tool, I'm not sure why I put that there actually. It probably wants deleting it. Oh yeah, I just boosted the width on it, so it excuse me, it's made it more stereo effect, that has, yeah. And then once again on the end here, I've just added Valhalla Supermassive again, the freebie from Valhalla. Oops, it's not the mic then, sorry about that. Yeah, so you got like a lovely reverb going on there. Okay, so let's turn it down a little bit. Now what I will do now, because I can't be here all day. Yeah, I'm just going to start fading in all the other tracks and just see what you think of the track. But basically that's how they're made. It's just the sound. So you make your sound, either use Stepic, or you could just program it within the step sequencer within Bitwig, but I like to be different and use Stepic for experimental stuff. And you've got this Pulse Stretch, and this one here now, another sim plant. As you can see, as I click the tracks, you can see all the boxes making the effects. So let's just turn up track 3 and have a listen to this one now going. You hear that one now kicking in? Yeah, that sounds lovely, that does. Really does. Yeah, I'm surprised I can still talk and do this at the same time because it's so spacey. Sends you miles away. Does me anyway. I love this type of stuff. And then the next track, I'll start to fade that one up. When I fire it off, it's that one there. I should name things, Wayne. You really should name things. Yeah, it's getting better now, guys. Come down to the next track. As you can see, that one's already playing. It's got a little triangle in the box there. And this one's called Fluty, because it sounds like a flute. Turn it up. And just mixing all these tracks together, fading things up and down. That's awesome. There we go. Turn up 1 again a bit. Yeah, that was the loop on it there, yeah. And this one here at the bottom here, this is bitwig sampler. The sample dropped into it, pitched down a little bit. Click at the end here, you got effects on, you got Tal EQ. So it's got an equalizer by Talon, which is a really good plugin. And once again, Supermassive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start to turn that one up. Turn that flute down a little bit. Yeah, it's nice, that is. Yeah, I've got to put that box around it there, haven't I? But I'm still learning the Keylab 49's navigation within Bitwig. It's a bit weird, but yeah, that's why it wasn't turning the volume down. Then this box here has got to be around the blocks before it works. Yeah. So just turn up this one. And what I've done also is added a nice transpose loop. Now this sounds epic. You hear that there now? Like a grinding sound. Basically what that is, so if I double click that clip, it's just a drum loop from a library that I've got, and it is it's in cyclic time stretch mode, and it's pitched down. Sorry, no, it's not pitched down, it's just time stretched. So it would have been like a 1 bar loop, and I've stretched it out, so it's like, yeah, you got that sound. Sounds awesome. And here we have, what do we need to finish it off? Is a nice kick. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. As Chris says on there, Signs of Life. Yeah, that sounds really nice, that. And basically, that's everything going together, and you've got like a lovely ambient drone track. Now, what you could do, if you wanted, but if I wanted, I should say, but I don't bother because I just get bored of them after a while. Silly, really, I know, but you can go into the arrangement view in Bitwig, which is here, and start dragging these out. So they're in a linear fashion, going across the screen, fading in and out, dropping things in, dropping things out, and so on. But I just tend to just jam stuff out now, really. Yeah, my brain's gone now. So I just like jam stuff out, and then, yeah. But that's what you could do if you were going to make it into a track. Okay, so let's turn that down, along with the loops there. And that's it, folks. Another drone track. I just absolutely love anything like that. Very inspired by carbon-based life forms. A guy called Sal. Who's the other one? Solar Fields. All that type of stuff. Azura, he's another one. There's a lot, but I just can't think at the moment with this game here. But yeah, all those sort of like bands been around for years, but I only discovered them when the internet was around, and yeah, they're brilliant. Really inspired by them. Anyway, let's start fading stuff down. And there you go. That down. Oops, turn up the drum machine again then. There we go, let's fade it down. Try to do them together. And there you have a nice ending to a chill out jam. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did making it. You can just go on and on and on experimenting with it, no matter what DAW you're using. This is Bitwig, and I've said before, I tend to use this one more than anything now. Yeah, it's epic. Let's fade that down. I do use Ableton sometimes, but I always come back to Bitwig now. But yeah, let's fade that down. And we've still got another sound going there, so what I'll do, it's easier, just click on it there and fade it down. Fade it up. In fact, before I stop, I'll just look at what it was. It's the sample there, yeah, for like a radio type of stuff, radio frequencies, clean through, EQ, and Valhalla Supermassive, yeah. Okay, so let's fade it down and then this live jam. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. So I certainly did. So I'll see you soon for another jam. Bye-bye.